All right, we're gonna do Pails rails for scapula. So the idea behind this is we're gonna get into our position, we're gonna relax and breathe into our stretch, open up some space, and then we're gonna initiate our contraction. So for our purposes, we're gonna use the rack. Over at the house, you could just as easily use a door frame or something like that. We're just grabbing onto something that is pretty sturdy. It's not gonna collapse on us. Now I'm gonna pull myself back to start to create some protraction in the scapula as much as I can. And then I might even pivot away until I find that in range for that scap position. So from here, I'm gonna lean into this. I'm gonna breathe in through my nose, out through my mouth on a diaphragmatic count. So it's gonna be basically, a 4-8 count. And I'm basically using my diaphragm to, work my breathing. So after the prescribed amount of time, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna initiate contraction. So, we want the nervous system to relax, tissues to open up, the body to do its thing, and then we're gonna initiate contraction and build control. So the first contraction is going to be pulling back into pocket. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to bring this scapula back towards midline, and I'm initiating contraction at 20%, at 40%, 60%. You should start getting some, shaking going on. Whatever's comfortable for you, build up. You can do it for the prescribed amount of time, and then you're gonna ramp back down to 0 to relax. Second contraction is gonna be away. So I'm thinking about reaching past where I'm gripping, and I'm ramping up that contraction, 40%, 50%, 60%, everything should be shaking by now. Whatever's comfortable for you. After you do the prescribed amount of time, you're gonna take up that slack in the system now, and then reset and reapply for the next set rep. Now, the only thing to account for with the scap when you're doing this is we also have to account for all that freedom of motion that it allows, which means for our setup, if I wanna target one range that I think is problematic, I might come more neutral. Something that's, in a little bit of scaption or forward flexion. Lower connective tissue, that's a problem for me. I might want to change my angle up here, right? If I wanted to, reach some fibers that are maybe the upper fibers, connective tissue, then I'm going to anchor myself lower while I initiate that, my position for my stretch and my push and my pull. In reality, you could work kind of multiple angles within the sets reps that are prescribed for you.